Well, hello there, people, and I am here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I said I would wear my Christmas. Here it is, my Christmas hat. There we go, people. So anyway, here, let me angle it over here so you can actually see the white ball. So people, I was on Infowars and they had a story up, linked to a video of some retard on MSNBC saying America was found on. I'll actually try to remember to link to the article. If you don't, just search it or go to Infowars or it'll only take a minute or so. But this guy, MSNBC guy, said America was found on racism and white supremacy. What a fucking moron. Now they make a huge big deal about slavery and shit. Well, yeah, slavery was a bad thing. Only about 1 to 2% of people owned slaves. I actually got here a few statistics here. This is from Vice.com. It says, at the peak of black slavery in the South, only 6% of Southern whites owned slaves. This is just Southern. 6% of Southern whites. So Southern white people, only 6% owned slaves at the peak of it. If you include the white people in the North, it means that only 1.4% of white Americans owned black slaves at the height of slavery. So there you go, people. 1.4% of people owned slaves at the biggest part of slavery, according to Vice. Estimated 3,000 blacks owned the total of 20,000 black slaves in the year 1860. So there you go, people. 1.4% of people owned slaves, yet they make it a huge and it was a big deal. I mean, it was. But, I mean, they make it like everybody was a slave. They don't give you that fact in school, do they? And it actually said in the article that most slaves went to places like Brazil and South of America, I believe. I forget which specific area, but I think they said like Southern America. They said that's where the most of the slaves went. Only they said like a ton came from the slave trade, but only I think it was like 6% came to America. And then hold on, let me pull this back up on my phone. I got devices all over the place. I got my phone, iPad videotaping. If you search into, I just searched into YouTube, what percent of people had slaves, and as you see the little excerpt from Vice, if it'll focus in there, it doesn't seem to be focusing in, but whatever, it pops up. There you see it pops up, and then if you go down to about the third link, it says 1860 census results from the civilwar.net. If you click on it, it'll pop up, and it'll say total population was 31,183,582. Total number of slaveholders 393,975. And if you know how to do math and find percentages, you will get this number right there. You got to move the decimal place over 2 spots to get a percentage, and you will get 1.26%, round up, I guess, 1.3%. So in 1860, 1.3% of people owned slaves. What a fucking joke. I mean, they make it this big fucking deal. Oh, we had slaves, we were racist, and yeah, well, some people were bad and corrupt. I mean, they're like, oh, the founding fathers had slaves. The founding fathers allowed slavery. Well, the founding fathers actually wanted to try to get slavery banned in the Constitution, but they couldn't because the southern states wouldn't go along with it, and they wanted the cooperation of the states with the Constitution, so they couldn't ban slavery. Alright? So, you see people demonizing the founding fathers. Oh, well, they were against women. Oh, they were against blacks. Well, clearly in the Constitution it says all people, I mean, or in they said all people are created equally. I've never seen any evidence to prove that they are against women. Now, women were kind of demonized or, not treated equally. Well, I equate that right now with gay marriage. Right now we don't treat homosexuals like we treat straight people. So, I mean, every culture in America has its downfalls. And just because, oh, they treated women bad when everybody did that. So, I mean, we're going to, concentrate on little petty issues here to demonize the Founding Fathers. It's stupid. All right, America was not founded on racism and white supremacy. It was founded on freedom and liberty. All right, America, when they declared independence, became one of the freest nations in the world. You know, compared to the rest of the world, they were free. They were, liberty. You had the First Amendment, you had the Fourth Amendment, Second Amendment, true liberty and freedom. So, and if you fast forward to now, I think we have less rights than they had when they declared independence, probably, because they don't have, they had a constitution. The government wasn't nearly as corrupt as it was today. And then they'll teach you in history class, oh, we got to give the federal government more control because it didn't work for the colonists or whatever. They teach, oh, we gotta have a strong federal government. So a lot of propaganda they teach you in schools that with the Founding Fathers and Constitution, and then we have the discussion. Oh, were the Founding Fathers bad? No, I don't think they were bad. If they were bad, then they wouldn't have given us a First Amendment. So it's just retardation. Try to, we did have problems, all right? We probably did some shit wrong, but nobody's perfect, all right, people? And we cannot dwell, I see two kinds of stances on this. Like, we had problems, and Dinesh D'Souza covered this in his America film. We have problems where we've done bad shit to people, Like, we've fucking came here, persecuted the Indians, Trail of Tears. But again, that was kind of the culture back then. You see leaders like Alexander the Great, you don't see anybody demonizing him, do you? You don't see anybody demonizing these, all these leaders who invaded other countries. They almost, like Alexander the Great is revered as like a great leader almost. So, I mean, to say, oh, we persecuted, well, the Trail of Tears, probably was a bad thing. We probably could have handled the situation with the Indians better. But, we shouldn't dwell on these issues and let it bring our country down. Alright? This is my views. You get usually two views. One view is, oh, America's evil, it's founded on bad, things. We persecuted the Indians, racists, like the one guy on MSNBC. Then you get the other crowd of people saying, oh, no, it was alright because, everybody did it back then. And it was, I sort of take a stance in the middle. Probably more towards the side that says, oh, it was okay, America's good. I say, yeah, we did some bad shit, but we shouldn't dwell on it, and, we shouldn't say, oh, America's evil, it was founded on evil. No, no, we should not say that at all. Yes, America probably had its wrongdoings, especially, even recent with the 1940s where we put Japanese in internment camps. You can't tell me that was evil. So yes, we've had our wrongdoings. We have to realize our wrongdoings, alright? We have to realize what we did was wrong, like persecuted the Indians. I always get them mixed up, Native Americans, Indians, whatever. I'm sorry if that, I get those two words confused like I get Benoit and Guerrero confused in wrestling all the time too. But anyway, I'm sorry, I apologize. Native Americans, I believe the correct term is, Native American. We came and persecuted them, made them walk the Trail of Tears, and yes, we did some bad shit. But I didn't do that. I did not do that. You did not do that, so we should not blame ourselves and say, oh, we're evil, because some people persecuted the Native Americans, or had slaves. That wasn't my fault. We shouldn't dwell on that. Yeah, we should talk about it and realize it was wrong, so we don't do it again. But we shouldn't, just stick on that subject and say, oh, America was evil, blah, 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 blah. It pisses me off. So I'm kind of in the middle, more towards the side of the people who say America's, not evil. But America's, what they fail to realize is America's evil right now. We're so corrupt right now. So, there you go, people. Just wanted to talk on that, MSNBC, what a fucking, garbage MSNBC is. They call themselves liberals when they're really communist or fascist, or I guess the better liberals are socialists. But, real liberalism, a real liberal, I think conservatism is, slightly better than, you know, real conservatism is slightly better than real liberalism. But, you know, like, I think we could perfectly do fine in a liberal society. Alright? You know, they're almost, I think they would both work very good. A conservative society and a true liberal society. But liberals are now made to be communists, and the conservatives are now, the so-called conservatives, are now neoconservatives. With rhino Republicans. And then the liberals are just fucking communist fascists, you know, that want to take away our guns. So it really pisses me off when you see these MSNBC liberals, and the host is like, depressing, isn't it? No, it's not depressing. It's called fucking, yeah, we had some minor problems, we had some problems, but America was one of the best fucking countries in the fucking world. If you're gonna demonize America like that, then you should be demonizing these other countries tenfold. Why don't you demonize Hitler or Stalin or Mao, or some of the worst dictators who actually killed millions upon millions of people, and not the founding fathers who were actually for freedom and liberty, you know, in the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, actually gave us rights. You know, yeah, they gave us rights. No, America wasn't founded on slavery. Only 1.4% of people had slaves, retard liberals there at MSNBC. So let's not dwell on the fact, you know, oh, our ancestors 200 years ago were fucking bad. No, it's, okay, maybe they were bad a little bit, but it doesn't fucking matter. Overall, they were good people, especially the founding fathers. And let's not dwell on that. Let's worry about now, the future, the present. We can't change what they did back then, alright? So let's worry about now, the future. Let's move forward instead of dwelling in the past. So there you go, people.